everyone, today we are going to explain a few questions in section A of the 3 sets of the paper. So actually here, please again, just to prepare for a piece of blank paper and your pencil. Let's try to review these questions again, okay? Hello everyone, today we are okay, the last minute. Later, please don't just refer to your answers, okay? Try to think independently and try to review again, okay? No, you're not late. Okay, now let's start. So actually in the last 3 weeks, we already go through the challenge questions in section B and C. So today we'll focus more on the basic topics. So here it is about the section A, okay? So here everyone, if you already print out the paper, you can just take them out, or you just take a piece of blank paper and let's try to do these questions again, okay? So here, let's start from the first one. Which of the following can get an even number? So actually, this question is from the number theory module. So here, what is the answer? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Okay, so you can see that for such question, actually the most important thing is you need to know that how can we get an even number, right? So when it comes to the odd and the even here, let's take some notes. That is for the odd plus odd, you can get an even number, or even plus even, you can also get an even number. So actually when it comes to the result, an even result, that is always related to the number of odd numbers here, okay? So an easy way for you to memorize is you see, 2 odd. You can just connect them to get an even number, just like a smiling face, okay? Yeah, so you can see that the 3, 5, 7, 9, all of them are odd numbers. So here, odd, smiling face, odd, smiling face. So here, the answer is an even number, okay? And then for the second question, the 4-digit even number, pay attention. Even number 2450A is divisible by 3. Find the value of the digit 8. So firstly, you need to understand what is the divisibility of 3. What is the divisibility of 3? Yeah, think about it. What should we do? Okay, correct. So actually here, we need to check the sum of the digits, right? So what is the sum of digits? You just add all the digits all together. So here we have a 2458. That is digit 2, digit 4, digit 5, and digit letter A. So after you add them together, you will get 11 plus 8. But here, you see that, do we need to check all the options one by one? No, because actually the divisibility of 3 is just one clue. And what is the other one? That is even number. So for even number, you can only check the last digit if it is 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. So now you see that for 7 and 1, actually we can just eliminate them first. And then following this, let's check. Okay, 11 plus 8, then you will get 19. Okay, is 19 divisible by 3? No, you will get the remainder. Okay, and then let's check. What about the 4? 11 plus 4, that is 15. So is 15 divisible by 3? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, so here we can check the answer. That is C. Okay, correct. Now, following this, okay, another question about the number theory. Okay, this one is a bit hard. Let's try to do it again. How many multiples of 9 are between 26 and 206? What is your answer here? Yeah. Think about it. How can we figure out the number of multiples of 9 in a certain range? A bit hard, right? Okay. Well, to be honest, the factors and the multiples is the popular topic in P3. So you will see that no matter it is in TASMO or GEP, actually this topic is quite popular. Okay, so here, how many multiples of 9? So firstly, let's try to figure out the smallest multiple of 9 in this range. So what is it? Actually, you can just count 1 times 9, that is 9. 2 times 9, that is 18. And then 3 times 9, that is 27. Okay, so here, finally, it is more than 26. So we can see that the smallest one, that is 3 times 9, which is 27. And what about the biggest one? Yeah, what is the biggest one? Okay, good. So for the biggest one here, it should be 22 times 9. And then what can you get? That is 198. Okay, correct. Another way for you to figure out the 22, that is you just divide 9 by 206. And then you will get the whole number part, that is 22. And also here we have a remainder, right? So now the question is, from third 9 to 22nd 9, actually, how many numbers are there? Think about it. How can we figure out the number of items here? From the third one to the 22nd one, how many multiples are there? Yes, okay. So you can see that the last number minus the first number and then plus 1, you can get the number of items. So here you can see that why do we need to plus 1? Because you want to keep 27 here, okay? You want to keep the third multiple of 9. So again, an easy question for you. Like I just list out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? If I just ask you how many numbers are there from number 1 to number 6, what is the answer? Yes, of course, there are 6 numbers, right? Okay, and then what about if I ask you how many numbers are there from number 3 to number 6? Okay, can we just say that, okay, it is 6 minus 3. There are only 3 numbers. Is it correct? No. Why? Because here you see that what is the meaning of subtraction? Again, let me show you. 6 minus 3, that is you need to remove 3 numbers from 6. So here let's cancel, cancel, cancel. But actually here, I want to keep number 3. So what should we do? Here, you need to add it back. That is why in the end, we need to plus 1. Okay, so you see that in this example, 6 minus 3 plus 1, that is 4. So from number 3 to number 6 altogether, there are 4 numbers. So back to the original question. how many numbers are there? From 3 to 22. That is the last minus the first, and then plus 1. Because again, we want to keep 3. Okay? Yes, any question now? Okay, good job. So, following this, okay, next one, move on to the calculation module. Okay, calculation is a very, 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 very important topic in section A, okay? Now you can see that this is the question 2 in 2023 sample paper. 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus a missing number equals 50 plus 60 plus 70 plus 80. Okay, everyone, try it again. I only give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, what is the answer? Oh, I see that some of you got the careless mistakes. Okay, be more careful. What is the missing number here? What is the missing number? Ah, good job. So actually, do we need to count it one by one? Like, okay, 10 plus 20 equals 30. 30 plus 30, 60. 60 plus 40, 100. Okay, and then let's check the right side. 50 plus 60, 110. And then plus 70, and then plus 80. Then bigger number minus the smaller number? No. Why? Okay, so here actually you can find some easier way, right? Let's try to compare all the items on the left side and the right side. So here everyone, you see that the 10 and the 50. So here you can see that 50 minus 40, and then you will get 10, right? Okay, and then you see that what about the 20 and the 60? What is the difference between them? Also 40, right? Okay, and then 30 to 70, that is also 40. Okay, and then 40 to 80, that is also 40. So actually, how many 40s are there? 4, right? Okay, that means for the left side now, the result is 160 smaller than the result of the right side. So here, what is the missing number? You need to make sure that these two sides are equal to each other. So here we just add the missing part back. The answer should be B. Yes, 160. So you see that in the calculation part, usually we try to apply some tips and the tricks instead of the original calculation rule, right? Okay. This method is very easy, right? Okay. So here we can just compare. Okay, let me show you more. This is question 1 in 2023 TASMO paper. Here, look. 46 plus 47 plus 48 plus 49 plus 50 plus 51 plus 52 plus 53 plus 54 equals. Again, I give you 10 seconds. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7. So hard? No, not hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, some of you are guessing, guessing E and then D and then C and then B and then A. You can only choose one. Okay, only one answer. Okay, so here, firstly, I will tell you, look, it should be B. It is a 450. But do you know that how come I only give you 10 seconds? I see that some of you just use the vertical form, right? Okay, so here 46 plus 47. Okay, we start from the ones place. 6 plus 7, that is a 13. Carry over 1. 4 plus 4, that is 8. 8 plus 1, okay, 93. Okay, and then 93 plus 48. And then plus 49. And then plus 50. And then one by one, right? Okay, any faster way? Any faster way? No? Okay, let me show you. Oh, I see. Some of you told me, okay, here, look, we can make 10s. 46 plus 54, right? Okay, and then 47 plus 53, okay, because the last digit is 7 plus 3, you can make a perfect 10. Okay, and then move on 48 plus 52, yes? And then 49 plus 51. And then in the end, okay, 50 is lonely. You just add it in the end. Yes, this is a good way. Any other way? Any other way? Okay. So here, let's have a look. Another way that is, look, from 46 to 54, all these numbers are quite close to 50, right? So maybe I just write down 50 below them. Okay, so how many 50 are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 9 times 50, that is 450, correct. But what about the missing or the extra part? Let's compare. For example, 46. You can see that 46 compared to 50, so actually we need to minus 4, right? 50 minus 4, and then you will get 46. And then for the second one, how can we get 47? That is 50 minus 3. And how can we get 48? That is 50 minus 2. And then move on. What about the numbers like 51? That is 50 plus 1. And then what about 52? That is 50 plus 2. Okay? So here we just label out all the missing or extra part. And then what can we get? Everyone, you see that actually we can try to cancel some part. So for 46, we minus 4. But for 54, we plus 4. Then minus 4 can be cancelled with plus 4, right? And also here, we just do the same thing with minus 3 and plus 3. Minus 2 and plus 2. Minus 1 and plus 1. So actually, you see that all the purple part above the numbers are cancelled. So in the end, actually, the answer is still 9 times 50, which is 450. Yes. Now understand? You don't need to count it one by one. Always remember to observe the numbers first before you do the calculation. Okay? Yeah, we have two methods. Either you can just find the good friend pairs to make a perfect 10, right? 46, 54, add them together. Or you can try to split the number, find the closer round number. Okay? Now let's move on. For this part about the remainder, actually many students message me, okay, how can we figure out the star? How can we figure out the square? Okay, so here, firstly, you need to understand there are two questions in this part. Can you see that? The first question is asking you what is the largest value. So here, let's have a look. How can we figure out the largest value? Pay attention to the position of the star. Where's the star? Star is after the letter R. So what is the meaning of letter R? What is the meaning here? Correct. R is for remainder, right? Okay, so when it comes to the remainder, actually, there is a range for remainder. Think about it. Can the remainder equals to 8? Can remainder equals to 9? Why not? Why not? Good job. Because the divisor here is just a 7. Remainder must be smaller than, must be smaller than divisor, right? Okay, so here you can see that the smaller than divisor, then what is the biggest number that is smaller than 7? Correct, that is 6, okay? So now you see that the star can only be 6 for the maximum. So here, actually, we can cancel A and C already. And then for the second question, it is about the smallest value of square. Okay, so actually here you see that the two questions here are separated, okay? It is not about when the star equals to 6, what is the value of the square? No, okay, you just separate them. So now again, what is the smallest value of square? So what is the smallest value of remainder here? What is the smallest part? Yes, so you can see that the remainder, at least, that is 1, okay? So when the star equals to 1, what is the value of the square? Correct, so what should we do? We just multiply the divisor and quotient first. 4 times 7, that is 28. And then we need to add remainder, okay? So what can we get? Yes, 4 times 7, that is 28. And then plus 1, that is 29. So the answer is D, okay? Here, 29. So, many students got confused because they just asked me, okay, teacher Apple, you see that when the star equals 6, the square is not equal to 29, right? Because here actually you just separate them, Don't combine them. It is not like when the star is 6, the square is 29. No, okay? Yeah, understand the question properly. Yeah, okay? So here, actually, I want to introduce more about the remainder because I know that some of you haven't learned much about the remainder part, right? Okay, so here, everyone, let's have a look. There is an example. So teacher Apple wants to distribute some oranges, and I want to put 4 oranges for 1 plate. So if I have 5 oranges, what is the remainder? What is the remainder here? Okay, good job. So you can see that it is a 5 divided by 4, and then we can get 1 remainder 1. Here, I want to mention more about the meaning of these numbers. So here you see that 5, what is a 5? 5 means the total, right? Okay, and what is the meaning of a 4? What is the meaning of 4? That means 4 oranges on 1 plate. Okay, that is the number of items in 1 group. Okay, and then following this, equal to 1. What is the 1 here? Okay, the purple one. What is the 1 here? That is 1 plate, 1 group, right? Okay, and then what about the orange one? That is for the remainder. So you see that if you just put 4 oranges on 1 plate, in the end, there is 1 orange left over, okay? And then what about if I have 6 oranges, what is the remainder? Again, we just apply the division. That is 6 divided by 4, which is 1 remainder 2, right? So again, what is the meaning of remainder? That is the leftover. And then following this, what about if I have 7 oranges, what is the remainder? Correct, that is 7 divided by 4. Then I will have 1 plate, and then 3 oranges are left over, right? Okay, and then following this, what about I have 8 oranges? What is the remainder? Can I say that, okay, 8 divided by 4, wow, very easy. 1 remainder 4, right? 1 remainder 4? No. Why? Because actually you see that for these 4 oranges, we can just put them on the plate, okay? So you see 8 divided by 4, that is 2. So from this example, again, you see remainder is always smaller than size of group. So that is remainder is always smaller than divisor, okay? Pay attention. There's no 8 divided by 4 equals 1 remainder 4, okay? It's wrong. It's wrong. Yeah. Any question here? No? Okay, good. So now let's move on. Another calculation part for you, okay? This time maybe I give you 20 seconds, okay? Try it. What is 54 plus 45 plus 35 plus 78 plus 26 plus 33 plus 50 plus 12 plus 7? What is it? Okay, 20 seconds for you. Okay, good. So here you can see that the answer is 340. Okay, good. So again, what is the tip and the trick here? What should we do first? Observe, okay? Now you can see that 54 and 26, the last digit can make a 10, okay? So here, 54 plus 26, we just group it. And then for the next group, that is 45 and 35, right? So again, let's try to group them. By the way, do you know what is the meaning of the bracket? That is, you just put these 2 numbers as a group, okay? And then following this, we have 78 and 12. 78 plus 12, okay? And then move on, we have 33 plus 7. But can we just stop here? No. Don't don't miss any numbers. So actually, after you build a new equation, do remember to double check how many numbers are there. Okay, in the end, don't forget only 50. So altogether, this is the answer, 340. Okay, so you see that in the real competition, when you see the equation is very, very, very long. Okay, don't cry, be more patient, and always observe the numbers firstly. Okay, next one, when it comes to the counting part, wow, this is a bit hard, right? I know that most students take it very easy and they always get the mistakes easily as well, okay? Here, look at the question 5 in 2023 sample paper. Helen wrote out all the numbers from number 1 to number 60 on a piece of paper. How many times did she write the digit 5? Okay, so here, maybe you try it again. Take out your paper, take out your pencil, try to list down all the possible numbers. Quickly. The range is from 1 to 60, from 1 to 60. How many? This is for the digit. So for the digit, you need to consider different position, right? From 1 to 60, that is, you need to consider one digit number and a two-digit number, right? And also for digit 5, think about it. Where is digit 5? Maybe you put it in the ones place, maybe you put it in the tens place. Okay, good job. So now everyone, you see that if you just put digit 5 in the ones place, what numbers can you get? What is the smallest number you can get? Correct, that is 5. Okay, many students just forgot 5. Start from 15. Okay, no, So pay attention to all the purple digit 5 here. Look, we have a 5, we have a 15, and then 25, 35, 45, and then 55. Do we need to move on to 65? No, why? Correct, because actually the biggest number is just a 60, okay? And then move on to the tens place. For the tens place, okay, here, I label with a different color. Look at the green part. We have 50, we have 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. So altogether, there are 16 times, okay? Yeah, some students argue here, look, 55, you counted twice. Yes, I counted twice because you see that for the first time, I just count the digit 5 in the ones place. And then for the second time, I count the digit 5 in the tens place. Okay, so actually here, you cannot see repetition. Yeah, I see that some students got A. Got A? No. Okay, for B, I think maybe you forgot number 5 or number 50. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Another question about splitting the number. How many ways are there to write 10 as a sum of 3 different positive integers? Okay, so here, pay attention. 10 is the sum, and then 3 different positive integers. So what is the meaning here? That is the smallest possible number is 1. Okay, it is not 0 because 0 is not a positive integer. Okay, pay attention. So following this, let's try to split the number, and always we follow the order from the smallest one to the biggest one. So what is the smallest one? Let's list in order. The smallest possible number, that is 1. So think about it. Where should we start from? Is it 1 plus 1 plus 8? Am I correct? 1 plus 1 plus 8? No. Why? Good job. Because you need 3 different numbers, okay? So if you put 1 here, and then what is the smallest number you can use? It should be 2, okay? So 1 plus 2 plus 7, that is 10. And then move on. 1 plus 3 plus 6, that is 10. And then move on. 1 plus 4 plus 5, that is 10. Okay. So what is the next one? Is it 1 plus 5 plus 4? No. So 1, 4, 5, 1, 5, 4. Actually, they are the same. Okay. So next one, we can move on to 2. So what is the first one? Is it 2 plus 1 plus 7? Am I correct? 2 plus 1 plus 7? No, why? Okay, again, actually that is the same as the first set, right? You just change the order, but actually the numbers you use are totally the same. Okay, then move on. Move on to 2 plus 3. Why do I skip 2? Yes, because again, you cannot use the same number for twice, okay? So 2 plus 3 plus 5, okay? And then move on. 2 plus 4 plus 4. So here, the answer should be A. In total, there are only 4 different ways. Yes, okay? And then next one, move on to the word problem, calendar problem. Calendar problem is always a bit tricky. Okay, you can try 20 days after Thursday is, try it. What is the answer? A, B, C, D. What is it? I see the different answer. A, B, C. Okay. For calendar problem, the most important thing is you need to find the cycle, okay? And here, everyone, you see, what is the key word in this part? That is after, after. So firstly, think about it. What is the cycle of the week here? Okay, the question asks you, what is the 20 days after Thursday? So maybe let's start from 1 day after Thursday. So here, for your cycle, we start from Friday. That is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then move on to Thursday, right? This is the cycle. Pay attention. After. So following this, you can just apply D. Okay. So here, actually, I want to ask one more question. So what about, for example, I ask you, like, okay, 28 days after Thursday. Okay, maybe I already on the top app. So here, maybe I ask you, what is the 28 days after Thursday? Okay, then please tell me what is the day. What is it? Okay, good job. So then you will see that for the division part, that is 28 divided by 7, and that is 4. Okay, any remainder? No. So if there's no remainder, what should we do? You just look at the last day. Okay, so that is a Thursday again. Okay. So you see, the remainder will tell you again the position of the last item. But the most important thing is you can find the cycle correctly, okay? If your cycle just starts from Thursday, actually, no, it's wrong because that is for after. How many days after that? Okay, any question? Good job. So now let's move on. Another calendar problem. Okay, this is question 13 in 2024 sample paper. 23rd August is a Friday. Which day of the week is 28th May? Okay, try it. What is the answer? What is the answer? This one is a bit hard, right? Because you also need to consider different month. Okay, now let's check out. So August, May. Actually, here you see that you cannot just say after May. Okay, we jump to August, right? Okay. So now you see that in May, how many days are there in May? Maybe just look at your hand. Okay, so here, January, February, March, April, May. So here you see that there are 31 days. So from 28th day to 31st day, how many days are there? Again, the last number minus the first number, but then what should we do? Yes, we need to plus 1. Why do we plus 1? Because we want to keep May 28th, right? So we just add it back. So following this, what about in June? How many days are there? How many days are there in June? Okay, correct. There are 30 days, right? Okay, so after this, let me check. How many days are there in July? Yeah, how many days are there in July? Okay, 31 days. Yes. And then how many days are there in August? You don't need to consider the whole month, right? Because you see that the day is just the 23rd August. So here, from the first day to 23rd, there are 23 days. So altogether, you will see that 4 plus 30 plus 31 plus 23. Okay, what is the total number of days here? What is it? Correct, 88. So following this again, think about the cycle. Now, you see that what we know is the later date, and you try to figure out the earlier date, right? So for the cycle, you also need to think backwards. Now, let's have a look. We start from Friday because the last day here is a Friday. And then think backwards, we have a Thursday, and then Wednesday, and then Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday. So here, after this, try to figure out the number of weeks, which is 88 divided by 7, that is a 12 remainder 4. What is the meaning of 12 here? 12 means there are 12 whole weeks, there are 12 whole cycles, and then we still have 4 remaining days. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what is the day of the week? What is the day of the week of 28th May? That is Tuesday. A bit hard, right? Yes, calendar problem. So you see that what is the most important thing that is you need to figure out the cycle clearly. Okay, if you know the earlier date, you try to figure out the later one, and then you just make sure that your cycle follow the week. And then what about if you try to think backwards, your cycle is also backwards. Okay. Now next one. In Thin Cafe, each set of meal includes 8 meatballs and 3 pieces of garlic bread. The number of meatballs they sold today is 600 more than the pieces of garlic bread they sold today. How many sets of meal did Thin Cafe sell today? I think this question is not that hard. Okay, try it. Which one? Yeah. Okay, good. So actually, you see that this question is very easy, right? Because we can see that the big difference. What is a big difference? That is, we just compare the total. Okay, so the big difference according to the question is 600. You can see that directly. And then what about the small difference? That is, in one set, there are 8 meatballs and 3 pieces of garlic bread. So what is the small difference? That is 8 minus 3, which is a 5, right? Very easy, the calculation part. So following this big difference divided by the small difference, then what can you get? You will get the number of groups, number of sets. That is 600 divided by 5, and then you will get 120. So actually, that is how can we get 600 as a big difference? Because for every set, we have 5, right? So actually, the number of 5 is equally to the number of sets. That is why we need to apply division in the end. 600 divided by 5, that is 120. Clear? Okay. Next one, queuing problem. 25 children stand in a row from left to right. Kenny is the 18th, counting from left to right. So what is his position counting from right to left? Which one? Okay. So here you can see that when it comes to a queuing problem, usually we try to draw out the diagram, okay? Everyone, don't be lazy, take out a pencil, okay? First, we know that there is a main character who is called Kenny. Okay, so here we just draw a triangle and label a capital K to represent him. Okay, and then we know that Kenny is the 18th, counting from left to right. Pay attention, 18, that is an ordinal number, right? So here, actually, when you count 18, you need to include Kenny as well. Okay, so here, 18. So now, can you tell me how many people are there on the right side of Kenny? Yeah, we know that altogether, there are 25 children, right? And then we already figured out the 18 children. How many children are there to the right of Kenny? Correct. That is 7. Then some students just say, okay, I know the answer is 8. Da-da. Am I correct? Oh, why not? Why not 8? 18 plus 7 equals 25. Am I wrong? Why? Okay, correct. So when it comes to the position, you need to use the ordinal number, right? Like he is the first one, he is the second one, he's the third one, he's the fourth one, he's the fifth one, something like this. So here, actually, you see, for 7, that is, there are 7 people to the right of Kenny. But here, where is Kenny? Kenny should be the 8th one, okay? Counting from the right side. Yes, okay, good job. Pay attention to the difference between the cardinal number and the ordinal number. Yeah, don't forget +1. 1 is very important. Okay, next one. This is about the interval problem. I think many students just learned this, right? In the 2 weeks ago. Trees are planted on one side of a straight road in an equal distance. The distance between 2 consecutive trees is 5 meters. So actually for 5 meters, that is the length of one interval. And then given that trees are planted at the both ends, okay, this is very important, of the road, and a total of 72 trees have been planted. What is the length of the straight road in meters? So actually for such question, usually I tell my students when it comes to the interval problem, you just draw out the diagram, okay? Here, according to the question, how do we plant the trees? Now we plant the trees like this, Okay, make sure the interval has the same length, right? Wow, so many trees. Maybe I just draw in between them, okay? So make sure that you plant the trees at both ends. So now you see that for one interval, that is a 5 meter, okay? So please label out this small part, that is a 5 meter. And then how can we figure out the total length of the road? So actually it is about how many intervals are there, right? Because when you count the distance, you need to figure out the number of intervals and the length of one interval. According to the question, we already know that the length of one interval is 5 meters long. So how many intervals are there? How many? The question is how many intervals? Is it 72? I see that many students just say, okay, very easy, 72 times 5, and then wrong. Why? Correct, because the number of intervals here, you need to minus 1. It is just like our hands. Everyone, you see that how many fingers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then you see that we have fingers at both ends. So how many intervals are there? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the number of finger minus 1 to get the number of intervals. So actually it is the same here. There are 72 trees and we plant the trees at the both ends. So how many intervals? That is always minus 1. Yes, so following this, the calculation part, I think is not that hard for you, right? 71, and then for one interval, that is 5 meters, so 71 plus times 5, that is 355 meters. Wow, who got 72 times 5 equals to 3,510? Why? Calculation. Okay, be more careful, huh? Now let's move on. Next one. Alice has 35 pencils and Peter has 92 pencils. How many pencils does Peter have to give Alice so that he will end up with 11 fewer pencils than her? So here, everyone, you see that in the end, he has 11 fewer pencils than her. When we try to compare, actually, you see that this is a very classic model drawing question. Okay. Now, Peter has a fewer, right? So Peter's model is shorter, and then Alice's model is longer because Alice has more. How many more? How many more? How many more? Correct, 11 more. Okay, usually we just use the dotted line to label the difference. Okay, 11 is the difference. And then altogether, what is the sum? Think about it. Yeah, what is the sum? How can we figure out the sum? Yeah, okay. When you move on to P3, and then you will see that actually for such question, it is also called the internal exchange. So internal exchange is kind of like, okay, teacher Apple has some coins, I give you some coins, and then you return some coins to me. So actually you see that we just do the internal exchange, right? And then the total number of coins, actually it doesn't change. So now you see that back to the question, Peter gives Alice some pencils, right? So here again, what doesn't change? One has fewer pencils, one has more pencils, but the total number of pencils doesn't change. So originally, how to figure out the total? That is 35 plus 92. So now it is still 127 as the total number of pencils. Okay, so now you see that according to the model, actually, you see this is a very, very typical sum and difference problem. How can we figure out these two equal parts? How? Okay, yes, correct. You see that it is just 127 then minus 11, sorry, minus 11, right? So you will get to 116. Okay, be more careful. I see some students got to 117. No, 127. Don't forget the carry over, okay? Calculation part. So following this, what can we get? 116 divided by 2, that is 58. So for 1 unit, that is 58. Then back to the question. Now you see that Peter only has 58 pencils now, right? But originally he has 92 pencils. Why? Yes. So actually the difference here is how many pencils that he gave to Alice. Okay. So here the difference 92 minus 58. The answer is 34. 34. Yes, B is the answer. Yes, B is the answer. I see that many of you answered it correctly, right? Okay, next one. Combinatorics. This is question 10 in 2023 sample paper. So actually here for this question, it is also about a worst case scenario. Okay, a new topic for you in P3. So here you can see that there are 12 different horoscopes based on different birth months. So here, think about it. How many months are there in 1 year? Yes, only 12, right? And then the question is asking you, there should be at least how many students in one class to ensure that there are some students with the same horoscopes. So how can we figure out this part? Pay attention to the meaning of ensure, okay? That is, even that is the worst case scenario, you still can ensure that some students with the same horoscopes. So what is the worst case in this question? Think about it. What is the worst case? Okay, I see that many students choose B, but B is wrong. Why? Let me show you up. So now, let's consider the worst case. Here, one student. Here, one student. Here, one student, one student, one student, one student, one student, one student, one, right? So actually now we have 12 students with different birth months, right? So now you see that, can you see anyone or any two students with the same horoscopes? No. So based on this case, as long as there is one more student, and then what can you get? Yes, no matter he was born in January or February or December, as long as there is one more student, you can make sure that he will have the same horoscope with another student, right? So here you can see that for number 12 here, actually that is just the worst case scenario, which is one step away from the success. So based on this, we need to plus 1. So here, the answer should be C. Yes, okay, pay attention. Yes, again, plus 1. 12 is the worst case, and based on this, we plus 1 to get the success. Yeah, okay. Now, move on. Next one, question 7. This is question 7 in 2023 TASMO paper, which is a true or lie question. There are 3 boxes, A, B, and C. One of them contains chocolate, while the other 2 boxes are empty. Each box has a label pasted on it. So here, box A's label, box B is empty. Box B's label, this box contains chocolate. Box C's label, this box is empty. Only one label is true. Okay, pay attention. Only one label is true. Where is the chocolate? Where? A, B, or C? For such question, many students tell me, I just guess. Right? A bit confusing, right? Okay. So here, I want to tell you the method. That is when it comes to the true or lie problem, usually first thing that is to translate it. What is the meaning of translate it? That is not to ask you to translate the English into Chinese or Chinese to English. Okay, no. So that is we just turn the sentence into something yes or something no. So for example, how can we translate the label on box A? We can just say, okay, not B, right? Because it says box B is empty, so just not B. And what about the box B's label? That is B, right? Okay. And then you can see that one says, okay, not you. Another one says, it's me. So actually you see that, there is a conflict. Actually, I told you before, right? So when there is the conflict, what can we get? Yes, there must be one truth and one lie. So if there must be one truth and one lie, now you see that according to the question, only one label is true. That means where's the truth? It must be between A and B. So what can we get? What about the C? Yes. So C must be lying, right? Okay. So C says this box is empty and it is lying. So where is the chocolate? Correct. That is box C. Now can you understand? Yes, this is kind of the logic thinking. Yes. Understand now? So usually we just try to translate and then find the conflict. According to the conflict, we can know that there must be something true and there must be something false. Okay? So next one. Okay, also for this question, many students ask me, this is question 10 in 2024 sample paper. In a treasure hunt, there are 9 hidden chests and 9 distinct maps. Each map guides to a specific chest and no 2 maps lead to the same chest. What is the greatest number of attempts Sam needs to make to discover which map corresponds to each chest? So here, everyone, I want to mention more about the comprehension of the question. The last one must be corresponding to this map, right? So actually, you see that what is the first number, what is the number of chests for the first map? So actually, it should be 8 instead of 9, okay? Because you need to figure out the correspond, okay? Corresponds. So following this, you see that for the first one, okay, I try 8 times. Right? And then you can confirm, okay, the last chest must correspond to the first map. And then for the next one, you just try one by one. So actually you see that the logic is still the same. So that is why for the answer of this question, actually it should be 36. And then you can see that there is no option for 36. That is why we choose E, none of the above. Yeah. Okay. Then the last one. This is question 15 in 2024 sample paper. Ship ABCD and the black wolf competed in a 400-meter dash. After the competition, okay, again, according to their sayings, let's try to find some clue. According to the question, we know that only the black wolf is lying. So maybe we just start from the saying that is related to the black wolf. Now, everyone, let's have a look. The third place said, I am faster than the black wolf. So actually, what can we get? What can we get from this sentence? What can we get? Okay, correct. So now you see that. Firstly, we can get the black wolf is not the third one, right? I cannot say, okay, I am faster than myself. So weird, right? Okay, so in this way, we can make sure that the black wolf is not the third one. Any other clue? Good job. And also we can say that since the black wolf is not the third one, then the third one must tell the truth, right? So what is the truth? I am faster than the black wolf. So the black wolf is the fourth one or the fifth one. Yes, now can you understand? Yes, good job. Okay, so actually you see that this is a very, very simple sentence, right? But actually we can get so many important information, okay? So then following this, let's have a look. Here I draw an arrow to analyze. Now, the fifth one is also saying something about the black wolf. It says sheep D is faster than the black wolf. So let's have a look. If the last one is wolf, then of course, for all the other sheep, they are faster than him, right? So in this way, the fifth one should tell the truth. But actually, the wolf must be lying. So actually, the wolf cannot be the fifth one. Okay? So following this, where is wolf? The wolf can only be the fourth one. Okay? Pay attention. So following this, let's have a look, okay? Move on. Move on to the second one. The second one says, okay, I am faster than sheep D. Now, we know that the sheep D is faster than the black wolf. And the second one is faster than sheep D. Then where is sheep D? Where is the position between the second one and the fourth one? Correct. That is only the third one, right? Then we can confirm its position. And then following this, okay, move on. What about the sheep? What about the first place? It says, okay, sheep A ran faster than sheep C. And then since the fourth one is the black wolf, actually the truth should be A is slower than B. Now let's try to combine these two sentences. Sheep A is faster than C, but sheep A is slower than B. Now, everyone, you see that we only have 1, 2, 3, 3 positions. Now, can you confirm their rankings? Correct. So A should be in the middle, and then B is the fastest one, and then C is the slowest one. So back to the question, it is asking you where is the sheep A? Sheep A is the second one. Understand now? Yes. A bit confusing, right? Okay, the most important thing is you can understand the third saying correctly, and you can figure out where is the wolf. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so that is all for today's explanation. And here I want to introduce more about the syllabus of TASMO, okay? So here you see that there are the frequent topics, and here pay attention, everyone. Please, 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 please make sure that you calculate carefully, okay? Try to ask many questions correctly as possible in section A, because actually for most questions here, they are quite basic, okay? And then for section B, there will be more word problems. So here, make sure that you understand the question clearly. Please underline the keywords when you read the question. And also, if the question is very long, what should we do? Try to turn that into the model or other diagrams. And then after you finish the question, do remember to double check. And then Also, I want to remind you something out. What is the date of the competition? It will be on 31st October 2024, which is a Thursday. So actually that is the day after tomorrow. And for P2, the time is from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. It will last for 90 minutes. And your reporting time will be 8:30 a.m. So the location is at Tyson or One North. Please don't come to Novena, okay? Yeah, only Tyson or One North, okay? Double check. And then what to bring? Printed copy of email entry proof. This is the most important thing, okay? And then the photo ID or student card or passport. Also bring your own stationeries and a water bottle and jacket. For the test, actually, there will be two sections. Actually, I introduced it before. For section A, all the questions are multiple choice questions. And for section B, all of them are short answer questions. No points will be deducted for unanswered questions or wrong answers, okay? So actually, teachers will remind you again on that day. And for the last thing, that is, do remember to filling the answer sheet. Okay, you need to fill in everything. Write down your name, write down your school name, and shade the correct grade level, and also shade the MCQ questions. Okay. So in the end, good luck. Okay, see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.